Good happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, thieves steal more than $50,000 in merchandise from Manchester store. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Jennifer Crompton.
It was here at the busy corner of Vinton and South Willow in Manchester that brazen thieves hit Hunt's photo and video. Employees sweeping up glass and assessing the damage of the 5 a.m. smash and grab crime captured on the store's security camera.
They put an axe through the door, then they came through the glass, and then they put an axe into the front of a couple of our showcases. Someone jumped up on top of one of the cases and grabbed some boxes from high up and just loaded their stuff up and right out the door. Pieces valued anywhere from $150 upwards of $4,000 a piece, totaling probably in the neighborhood of about $50,000.
The store opening on time, this is, after all, their busiest season.
I can't believe it. The second time I've been in a couple of months, and the door's been broken in and they've been ripped off.
Glass door and display cases replaced again.
It's just pathetic. I just can't believe somebody's doing this out in view like this.
Mike Mitchell thinks it's part of a group hitting businesses up and down the East Coast. Police believe the two robberies there are connected, hoping the footage helps the investigation.
It's pretty high quality video. We were able to get a clear image of what they were doing and even got a partial face.
You know, Mike says police actually commented on the quality of the video, and he says he reminded them that it's from the same type of camera that Hunt's installed inside the police station. Live in studio, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Trump's demand for wall moves government shutdown closer. House Republicans approved a package Thursday with Trump's $5.7 billion request. The Republican-led House of Representatives has approved funding for President Donald Trump's border wall in legislation that pushes the government closer to a potential shutdown. The House voted 217 to 185, largely along party lines. The bill now goes to the Senate, where it has almost no chance of passing. And all eyes will be on the watch of that today to see if it passes or not. AAA expects 4.7 million people in New England for travel for holiday. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Don't miss this week's WMUR Holiday Specials, brought to you by Dartmouth Hitchcock. Wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season.
This holiday weekend, millions of people are traveling to spend precious time with friends and family.
This weekend we're going to Disney on Ice at the Portland Arena. Sunday we're going on a carriage ride through the city of Portland.
AAA expects 4.7 million people to be on the roads in New England, with today and tomorrow expected to be the busiest. Some traveling through New Hampshire today say it's been relatively smooth.
We were anticipating worse than it has been, so that's been a nice surprise, actually.
It's been good. New York City was the only place that we ran into much traffic. But other than that, we've been really fortunate.
Not everyone had it so easy. A crash on 93 North in Hooksett brought cars to a crawl for much of the afternoon. And tonight, a reminder to take it slow from the Office of Highway Safety. This week alone, 7 people have died in Granite State crashes.
We've had a couple spikes during the year, but this week stands out, especially because of the holidays. It is a noticeable increase.
With a week left in 2018, there have been 142 traffic deaths in New Hampshire, compared to 102 all of last year. And now, with so many people taking advantage of an extended holiday weekend, AAA is reminding everyone about the basics.
Don't tailgate, don't do anything that's unsafe on the road. Just do what you would normally do. Remember everything you learned in driver's ed. Just keep it safe and just get where you're going so your family can see you.
Weather-wise, today's travel conditions were ideal, but that may change with possible heavy rain expected overnight and into tomorrow. In Hooksett, Jessica Moran, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. So basically, take it easy on the roads and drive safely. And you should get to your destination safely. Vermont man accused of trying to solicitate underage New Hampshire girl for sex. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
This man was arrested Tuesday in Vermont on a warrant from New Hampshire. It comes after a 2-month investigation by state police, the New Hampshire Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, as well as Hinsdale Police. 51-year-old Darren Arsenault is charged with certain uses of computer services prohibited. State police say he tried to exploit an underage girl from Cheshire County for sex. According to an affidavit from Vermont, Arsenault used social media to contact the young girl in October. Now in Vermont, Arsenault is being held on $75,000 cash bail and is facing 7 charges. He's accused of luring a runaway child who he met on Facebook. Court documents say that teen was found in his car, and she told investigators that Arsenault gave her alcohol and touched her inappropriately. As for the New Hampshire case, Arsenault is awaiting extradition to the state. It remains an active investigation. Live in the studio, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Number of traffic deaths in New Hampshire has spiked by more than 40%, officials say. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Cherise LeClaire.
From this crash earlier this week in Dover, killing 1 person at the tolls, to yet another deadly crash just today in Newport. The week leading up to Christmas has already proven to be a deadly one out on the roads.
We've had a couple spikes during the year, but this week stands out, especially because of the holidays.
Captain William Haynes is the commander of Highway Safety. He says they're confused and disturbed by the trend. 7 deaths this week.
It is a noticeable increase.
So far this year, with more than a week left, there have been 142 traffic deaths. That's compared to 102 all of last year. A 46% increase in deaths and 38% rise in the number of crashes. And Captain Haynes says of the 142 traffic deaths, most were preventable.
When you look at the fatalities, and 30% or more of those are due to alcohol and drug causation, and the others are caused by simple actions that people can make choices on, such as centerline encroachment and distraction, failure to yield.
He says they try to get messaging out to drivers to take it slow, make the right choices, and stay safe on the roads.
It's always rough to know that, families are going to suffer as a result of these fatalities over the holiday season.
And with heavy rains expected to come tomorrow, authorities are just urging people to give plenty of time to wherever you are headed and give space and drive safely. Live in Concord, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Plenty of time and drive safely, and you should get to your destination in one piece. Flooding, ice jams possible from heavy rain that is expected today. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Last winter, ice jams like these caused concern on rivers across New Hampshire. And 2 winters ago, a 4-mile ice jam flooded parts of Plymouth, including more than 200 cars at Plymouth State University. This weekend, officials are hoping to not see anything like this again, but they are warning Granite Staters.
We've had really extremely cold weather early in the season, and now we're having large amounts of rain. So those two things together get that ice moving.
Starting tomorrow, several inches of rain are possible.
People think that, okay, we're getting 3 inches of rain, so the rivers are going to rise slowly. I'll have plenty of time. But when an ice jam happens, it compounds that and it floods very, very quickly.
State Homeland Security Director Perry Plummer wants to make sure that communities are ready in case of rising waters.
Today, we've been on the phone we had a conference call with local first responders and local communities, letting them know what's going on, trying to give them the most up-to-date weather.
And it's not just rivers. There could be flooding at lakes and along the seacoast.
We have astronomical high tide. We're getting 3 inches of rain. So that certainly is concerning throughout Friday and Saturday as well.
Plummer says people should be prepared to evacuate just in case, but right now doesn't anticipate widespread issues.
The preparation is there. We just have to see what happens.
Normally, ice jams can create issues in February and March, but with warmer temperatures, ice jams can happen even on the first official day of winter. In Concord, Mike Cronin, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. U.S. features point to potential rebound at Friday's open after 2-day rout. U.S. features on Thursday evening statewide pointed to a limited recovery for stocks on Wall Street at Friday's open, a day after the major indexes saw a tumble for the second day in a row. House GOP approves bill to fund border wall, setting up final showdown in Senate. House Republicans voted to approve a bill to fund President Donald Trump's $5 billion demand for a border wall, setting up a final showdown in the Senate ahead of Friday's deadline to avert a government shutdown. The vote received no Democratic support, and the bill prospects in the Senate are dim, as Democrats have pledged to defeat the division measure. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.